Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. Poltergeist is a 1982 supernatural horror film that's directed by Tobe Hooper and was written by Steven Spielberg, and it was based on a story from Steven Spielberg. It stars JoBeth Williams, Craig T. Nelson, Heather O'Rourke, and Beatrice Straight, and was produced by Spielberg and Frank Marshall. The storyline goes that the Freelings are a typical suburban family. The husband, Steve, sells real estate in their expanding subdivision, and Diane is a stay-at-home mom caring for their 3 kids, Dana, Robbie, and little Carol Ann. Strange things begin to happen in their house. Stuff like cupboard doors opening on their own, furniture rearranging itself, and chairs go sliding across the floor. At first, it seems a bit whimsical, but it soon becomes deadly serious when Carol Ann vanishes into a netherworld where she can only communicate through the white noise on the television. A team of paranormal investigators move into the house, but the forces that did the kidnapping are evil and very powerful, and they require the services of a woman who has dealt with this situation before. This film and E.T. from 1982 are famously close to one another. Both movies were filmed about the same time, and they were both the creative vision of Steven Spielberg. In fact, they originally started out as one film that was called Night Skies. It was about a family in the countryside being terrorized by evil aliens, where one of these aliens would go on to befriend the family's youngest child. Due to troubles with severe tonal clashes, it was decided to split the concepts of the alien befriending a child and a family being terrorized by supernatural forces into 2 separate films. Both of the terrors that plague Robbie in the film came from Steven Spielberg's own fears while he was a child. That was a fear of clowns and a tree that was just outside his window. The crawling stake effect was done by using a real stake which was laid over a slot that was cut between the tiles of the countertop. 2 wires were then fastened to the bottom of the stake, and a special effects operator hidden under the counter simply moved the wires to make the stake crawl like a caterpillar. Heather O'Rourke was chosen for the film in quite an unusual way. While she was eating lunch with her mother and sister at the MGM commissary, producer Spielberg came up to them and wanted O'Rourke for the part of Carol Ann. She initially failed the screen test because she kept laughing all the time during the audition, even when she was supposed to be afraid. Spielberg thought that he had made the wrong choice and that she was just too young to take the part seriously. But he still recognized and liked something about her. He thought she was really special, and he asked her to come back for another audition and for her to bring a scary storybook with her. In the audition, he asked her to scream, and then he asked her to scream again, continually asking this until she started crying. This audition got her cast in the role as Carol Ann. The theme music for the movie is known as Carol Ann's theme. It was originally titled Bless This House and was written like a lullaby as a contrast to the horror that is in this film. During all the horrors that she had to experience while the production of this film was going on, there was only one scene that really scared Heather O'Rourke. It was the one in which she had to hold on to the headboard while a wind machine blew toys into the closet behind her. The young actress fell completely apart during this filming. Producer Spielberg stopped everything and went and grabbed her took her in his arms, and said that she wouldn't have to do that scene again. When Robbie is being strangled, the clown's arms became extremely tight and really started to choke the actor playing this role. He screamed out, "I can't breathe." Spielberg and the director thought that the boy was just ad-libbing and just instructed him to look at the camera. As time went on, they saw the actor's face turning purple, and they ran over to him and removed the clown's arms from around his neck. They used real human skeletons for the swimming pool scene, since the crew decided that it would be too complicated and expensive to get fake ones made that had a completely realistic look. JoBeth Williams was not made aware of this until after the scene was done and finished. JoBeth Williams had a supernatural experience during the making of the movie. Whenever she would get home from shooting, the pictures on her walls of her house would all be crooked. Every time she would fix them, and then they would automatically get crooked again. Zelda Rubinstein also had her own experience when she had a vision of her dog that came to her, and it said goodbye to her. Hours later, her mother called and told her that the dog had just passed away that very day. Now, the Poltergeist curse is an urban legend based around the fact that there have been several strange and unfortunate deaths of actors who appeared in this franchise, as well as other strange events that are associated with it. 2 of the film's cast members were subsequently murdered. Dominique Dunn was strangled by her former boyfriend, John Thomas Sweeney, in the driveway of her West Hollywood home on October 30th, 1982. And then there was Lou Perryman, who played Pugsley. He was killed with an axe by a 26-year-old man in Austin, Texas, on April 1st, 2009. Now, during the production, Steven Spielberg toasted Heather O'Rourke on her birthday at a party given on the set. They had wine for all the adult actors there. Spielberg went on to assure O'Rourke that when she turned 21, he would buy her a bottle of wine to make up for her not being able to drink what everybody else was having. Tragically, that day never came, as she ended up dying on February 1st, 1988, at the young age of 12, due to cardiac arrest that was related to intestinal stenosis, which happened during the filming of Poltergeist 3 in 1988. The movie was released by MGM on June 4th, 1982. It went on to be a huge commercial success, earning $76 million in the United States alone, making it the highest-grossing horror film for 1982. With Halloween approaching, take a look back at this shocking film. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.